but we wanted to make sure to get back out for you guys. JJ, it's been a minute. How are we feeling?
Feeling pretty good. Had a
You good?
very up and down, exciting, crazy game one.
Crazy is one of the many words you can use to explain this game, that's for sure. For those who missed it, I don't even know where to begin. First off, we talked about the Pacers being this super clean team that doesn't turn the ball over and how that's going to be a problem for OKC. I was wrong and I was right at the same time because the Pacers turned the ball over, what was it, 19 times in the first half? Is that the right number?
Yeah.
And they never looked out of this game. Like at their worst, I think the biggest lead of the game was 15. They were always in striking distance, and we've seen with the playoffs this year, that's the last thing you want when you're playing against Indiana. So it was only a matter of time before that was going to come and bite the Thunder in the ass, and it did in very dramatic fashion, as it always does with the Pacers. Was there anything? Obviously, the first half is where the 19 turnovers came up. JJ, was there anything that stuck out to you in that first half that you wanted to talk about?
I mean, I think they just keep shooting. Threes are going to be very important in this series for both sides. And, OKC's weakness is shooting threes, especially in clutch moments.
Yeah, I mean,
It showed last year, again, in the Dallas series. It's still a problem this year.
I think I was listening to the Bill Simmons and Zach Lowe podcast. I think it was yesterday, and Bill Simmons made a great point. You remember that Jalen Williams three towards the end of the game that he missed?
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was watching that, I don't think there was at any point during that, like as he was coming up to take the shot, where I was confident that that shot was going to go in. Like I knew, not just because of the Pacers' voodoo magic, but there's something about that Thunder team that if it's not Shea, you're kind of like you're waiting to see if it goes in, but you're not expecting it to go in. Not that they're a bad 3-point shooting team, but they're also not a team where you're like, oh yeah, they're just doing that thing where they make every shot. It feels like that doesn't happen that often with them. Their
Yeah.
offense, their runs are generated more by crazy turnovers and transition than it is just ridiculous shooting. And I think that was kind of what allowed the Pacers to climb back into it, like you were saying.
Yeah.
I'm looking back at the chat from last game here on playback, and I see Jackie was suggesting top in PA and PRA. What a fucking call. Because we can go ahead and talk about him. Was it 5 threes? He had a damn
I think
game.
so.
He went crazy.
And the
And
most important shot of his career in SGA's face.
yeah. Dude, everybody's talking about what's it called? The Halliburton shot, rightfully so. That Nemhard shot, bro. Holy shit.
It's going to
You
be
know,
overlooked all because Tyrese Halliburton hit the game winner, but I think that shot was even more important.
oh, no question. That shot doesn't go in. We're not having this conversation about Halliburton
Yeah.
right now. I want to pull it up because, bro, I saw him tween as he tween. I'm like, does he think he is? And then he hit a hard step back
And then
and
he said
tween.
he's him.
Oh my gosh, dude! I want to pull it up. Just what's it called? Where is it? This and this. Keep in mind, it's not like he was doing that thing where he was like Nemhard and making every shot. Like he was missing a lot of shots at this point of the game that he should have made.
Yeah.
And here we go. ISO against Shea. Everybody clear out. Don't you worry. Lou Dort isn't even defending Hallie. So you don't even have that excuse of like, oh, Hallie's shut down. You can't go to him. Just faces up Shea. Bro, I've never seen Nemhard act like this. That was crazy. But, bro, he tried to do it again. But, I mean, there was so many things that both teams did, and this little detail kind of makes me not worried to bet full game props. And it's kind of been a thing. Like some people have struggled with betting the playoffs, and this is large part of the reason why. There's so many adjustments that happen within a game from both teams that whatever adjustment you might be right about in between games, it's probably going to change 8 minutes into the game and be completely irrelevant. And I feel like we saw that in this game. The first one that we can talk about is obviously Hartenstein was moved to the bench to start this game. I got to say, we talked about him getting played off the court. I was shocked that they did that from the jump. I thought they were going to at least try it out, see what worked, get an idea, and then maybe go off it later in the series. But from game one, they took Hartenstein to the bench, started Casey Wallace, and we didn't see double big lineup for the entire game. Bless you.
Thank you.
I don't think that him and Chet shared the court together once. And I understand against the Thunder, you want to be able to go out and run. During the regular season, their small ball lineups is what was killing them. However, that double big aspect is a very big advantage that if you can figure out how to play it at the right moments, it's a huge advantage against this Pacers team that doesn't rebound that well. So the fact that they didn't see a single minute together was, I thought, a mistake. I understood why, but I think it was the wrong decision. And we can talk about whether we think they're going to do it again, whether Hartenstein goes back to the starting lineup. What's your vibes there?
Honestly, I'm not sure exactly where they're going to lean towards unless they said something in the press conference, but I think they run back what they do again, but maybe I think they mix in double big here and there, but they probably for sure won't go no big at all like they did in the last 3.5 minutes of the game.
I mean, that's what lost in the game. Those last 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there was a Hartenstein rebound putback. Do we know how many more the Pacers had in that last few minutes? Let's check.
Um,
I'll check the last 6.
Bagmaster, Jamaica, huh? What part of Jamaica? Indy giving them belt to ass. That's a fact.
So they had 2 offensive
Montego
rebounds
Bay.
in the last 4 minutes.
Interesting.
This is Halliburton, and they were both Siakam, by the way. This is when Siakam got sent to the line, missed both, got the lane violation, and got one back. And then the other one was the Siakam put back off the Neesmith missed 3, or block 3, I guess. I don't think either of these happened with. Oh, so they didn't call Siakam's putback a rebound then, because Siakam had one more. Right? Am I making that up? Put back layup shot. I don't think no. Oh, maybe this was, yeah. I don't know why I thought this was like late in the game. Maybe it's just because of the shot clock. But yeah, those 2 offensive rebounds added an extra 3 points in the last 4 minutes of a game that the Pacers won with 0.3 seconds left.
Bagmaster said he just sees a black screen.
Ooh, can anybody else confirm that? Because that's not good if that's the case. We don't want that. I need to see if what's it called? I don't know how to check. All right, Bagmaster. It looks like it's a you issue. I don't know, but it also could be because I'm off my laptop instead of my normal computer for right now. But yeah, Hardenstein and Chet not being on the court allowed for 3 points off offensive rebounds, and it's not like the offense was working anyways. Like you're sacrificing potential defensive issues, or you're sacrificing potential offensive benefits for defensive issues. Yeah, but the offense wasn't scoring. The defense wasn't stopping anything. Clearly was not working. And we're acting like Chet is just like a normal rotational piece. Like he's not one of the most game-changing like players in a 5v5 game in the NBA. I don't know how you just don't put him in to finish a game.
They didn't want him in certain conversations.
Certain conversation. The reality is, I guess, if Halliburton doesn't make that shot, we're probably not talking about this to the extent that we are. So we can get to the
Yeah.
rest. And so Hardenstein doesn't start. It's Chet and J-Dub. It's a lot more space offensively for OKC. Knowing that and knowing how unwilling the Pacers are to help on the drive, it meant ridiculous usage for Shea to start the game. And I can put those shots up on the screen. Because Shea had 42% usage in the first quarter, 12 field goal attempts. He had, how many did he have total? He had 30 field goal attempts, 6 threes, and 8 free throws. That's ridiculous usage, even for Shea. And that's how the Pacers defense is.
Yeah.
Let me go first quarter, and I'll share my screen again. And there's some things that the Pacers did throughout the game, some adjustments that I think are worth talking about. But we'll start with the first quarter. So they're defending him with Nemhard as we predicted. Shea gets downhill on the pick and roll. Which, by the way, Hardenstein is a much better screener than Chet. That's like one of his biggest strengths. So this is something for those that watch Caitlin Cooper's videos, the Basketball She Wrote podcast and YouTube channel. This is something that they talked about a lot that the Pacers are doing really well. Is they call this the next defender. So Shea rejects the screen. The next defender, next elbow, comes in, which is Neesmith in this scenario. And instead of this looking like a double or walling up like it initially looks right now, Nemhard's just going to peel off and pick up Neesmith's man. So it's really, unless you time it perfectly to make this pass, it could put you in trouble. Because let's say he makes this pass and Siakam's steps up. By that point, Nemhard's already in a full speed chase. He can go and contest a Lou Dort shot too. So it really just led to Shea. This is a great block. Holy fuck. It really just led to Shea attacking that help defender. And honestly, if it's not a true rim protector in there, which there isn't when Miles Turner was up on the screen all the way up here, there's not going to be anybody that stops Shea from driving, especially after he's already beaten them hard. I think that's the other reason everybody's like, oh, he's taking too many shots. It's like, if he drives, like we know Shea drives a ridiculous amount of times in games. If there's no rim protector, why wouldn't you want him to keep doing that? Because again, if Halliburton doesn't make that shot, nobody's criticizing Shea for taking 30 shots. So I think people were just looking for something to complain about.
When are they not?
Like when he beats his man, these look like fairly effortless looks. Like if I'm an OKC fan, I don't think any of these shots are shots that I don't want. Maybe that one, but that was more out of control than like even here. Maybe you hit Dort, but I don't really have a problem with going up here. I think he just went up out of control. I will say they did a great job not fouling him, which I think is very unlikely to happen again. I think he probably gets to the line 12 times today.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. You got too many days in between games.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
I hate when they do that.
He realistically should have made that one too. End the shot clock. But no, I was fine with the shots that he was taking. Now Lou Dort, on the other hand, obviously for those who were tailing me off Twitter, and I guess the stream, we talked about it a little bit on the stream. He went crazy in the second and third quarter. And a reason for that is 9 of his 10 shots were threes, which isn't that unusual for Lou Dort. But what's worth talking about is coming into the Cavs series. God, they can't watch any of these. Shot creator it is. Coming into the Cavs series for the Pacers, we talked about how they defend the pick and roll sometimes and how it leads to some help at the nail. And if you can see it ahead of time, you can clear out the corner and move the wing shooter down to the corner once the help at the nail comes and they're wide open. That was happening a little bit when Siakam was on Dort. So I'll go ahead and pull that up. The volume's always so high. I feel like, let's see. That was his only non-3 of the game right there.
And it looks so ugly.
It looked terrible. So yeah, Siakam's on Dort, and that's honestly not what we wanted. Like Siakam, he's not really in position to help there, and he comes anyways, which is not normal for the Pacers. That's that nail help we were talking about a little bit. I thought this was just lazy defense by Hallie, and then we're gonna see it again on this next one with Siakam. I think if it's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. The pick and roll comes. Casey Wallace is going to clear out that way. If Siakam commits, Dort can just sink in a little bit more, and he's wide open. See it here. Oh yeah, we're taking step back threes now. That's now if Lou, that's the other thing. If Lou Dort's making those shots, you better damn well win that game.
Yeah,
I
because
think
you're
that's
probably
the
not
last.
getting a step back 3 game again from him this series.
No, no. I wish somebody pulled up OKC's win rate when he has 5 threes in a game. Like it's no coincidence that as soon as they stopped falling, suddenly the Pacers were climbing back.
Notice in the last few minutes, they were helping a lot in the paint.
Yeah. They were daring him to shoot.
They were daring everybody to shoot. They said Shay's not shooting the ball in the paint.
Okay, so you should win this next game.
They should
I
have won
agree.
game 1 too, but I already told you
Just
guys. I've been saying it for the past week. Okay, the Pacers, they've already been crowned champions.
that Pacers plus 2.5 tickets looking real nice right about now. We need them to win one of their next 5 games.
If you're
That
gonna get
reminds
a shootout with anyone, the Pacers is probably not the team to do it this year.
no, what their effective field goal percentage is like something ridiculous.
Yeah, and a
Makes me
shootout, OKC, that's not their game.
which reminds me, let's get a update on the how the futures are looking. So we had Shea to score 25 every game, looking golden. Chet to lead the series in rebounds, not as golden. I think the number to beat is actually 12.
Yeah,
Yeah. Aaron Neesmith, how you doing? Not what I expected to be the contending factor for this. But then we got Aaron Neesmith to lead the series in threes. He has 3. Pretty good start. Unfortunately, the number to beat is 5 from both Lou Dort and Obi Toppin. So we'll see. We need a big Neesmith game coming up. Then we got Miles Turner to make a 3-pointer every game. That one got sweaty, but we got it done. Alex Cruz to make a 3 in every game. I think he hit in the first quarter. And Pacers plus 2.5. They're up 1-0. JJ, we got to be feeling pretty good about these, no?
I'm feeling great.
I'm feeling. Bro, I still think Neesmith is going to tug. I got to say I'm a little worried about Chet now, but I feel good about where Neesmith is.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I know we talked a little bit about Chet and that double big. We know in the first 3 series they were able to put Chet on like Jaden McDaniels and Aaron Gordon, and he was able to be the low man. Obviously, you can't really do that with the Pacers team. Do we think there is an adjustment to make him the low man, or are they just going to have to live with doing things differently?
I think they're just gonna have to live with it. I think this is. I'm not sure how many adjustments will be made going into game two. I don't think there's gonna be very many. I
You
think it's just
don't.
gonna be minor adjustments, maybe just a few.
I think we're going to see some sort of adjustment between Obi Toppin and Thomas Bryant because Thomas Bryant played 1 minute in the second half or in the first half and then played a normal rotation in the second half. But Obi Toppin also played so well that I don't think we can sit here and say, oh, yeah, Obi Toppin or Thomas Bryant is playing as the backup big instead of Obi.
Yeah,
But Obi had what, 13 rebound chances, if I'm
yep.
remembering correctly?
It was like 12 or 13.
Yeah. So he had 12 defensive and 1 offensive rebound chance. Because he's running as like the small ball 5 when Turner comes out. So then that's where the cat and mouse game of the Thunder come in. Because if they run Chet and or Hartenstein more minutes, do you want Obi out there running back 5 against Hartenstein? And if they don't, do you now just kick Thomas Bryant to the curb?
I
And I
think
think
I think you can get away with Obi Toppin being at the 5 just because of how athletic he is.
I feel like you can do it against Chet. I don't think you can do it against Hartenstein. I guess they could use him to stretch Hartenstein.
And that's exactly what they would do.
Let's see. Did they play
Because
minutes with the same?
Hardenstein's not going to come out to the perimeter. So you telling me a guy that just hit 5 threes, he's not going to try and go out and try and do it? At least replicate some of that.
All right. Counter question then. When Obi and Siakam are both on the floor together, which one is taking Hardenstein?
Who else is on the court for OKC? Would you say in this
The
theory?
Shea, Dort, Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins.
I'd probably say Siakam.
Looking at this, it was Toppin. Very small difference. Toppin. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Toppin 7 possessions. Siakam 2.5. Defending Hardenstein. In terms of percentage of the time that both of them were on the court, Obi Toppin defended him for 30% of the time. Siakam 10. Isaiah Hartenstein did not attempt a single shot with Obi Toppin defending him. Now on the flip side, Obi Toppin was 2 for 2 from 3 with Isaiah Hartenstein as his primary defender.
He's gonna do a little something next year or next game.
They're,
Especially
I mean, they're daring Obi to shoot, bro.
he's dared everyone to shoot for the Pacers like during the regular season too.
Like it's not even like Hartenstein's just like coming over in the paint and then Toppin's open. Isaiah Hartenstein's just trying to be the low man immediately and leaving Toppin open.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're trying to keep him off the court because you can't do that against the Pacers.
I guess you can't do it with Miles Turner either.
Yeah,
Shout out to that one dude on TikTok who's calling us an idiot for saying that Isaiah Hartenstein would get played off the court. How we doing?
did you make
I need
another video for TikTok for that?
No, I need to though. Yeah, I mean Obi had 9 shots were threes.
And for anyone that watches at least a little bit of ball, I think everybody saw that coming.
Yeah. So these are all Obi Toppin 3, and this was what I was talking about with Hartenstein because you
Look
see
how far
Hartenstein.
Hardenstein's back. Like he's in the
Oh,
restricted
he's
area
close.
damn near when he catches the ball.
Look, they're basically saying, "Hey," he's pointing at Obi. He's like, "Hey, please pass it to him." That was Obi's
and,
first 3.
and then you got blame Kenrich.
So here's Now they're putting Horns down on Siakam. Aaron Wiggins comes over. Aaron Wiggins was cheating a little too much. Skip past the Obi. Why is Case and Wallace sitting so deep? Scramble. It's a great pass. I mean, yeah, their number one is always going to be to stop Siakam and Hallie. I think that's where that's Nemhard's biggest strength is avoiding these collapses. Whether it's spinning out with a pass like that, or just like blindly finding a skip past the opposite corner, or one of those step back midi fadeaways, like you don't like Nemhard's not the person you think of when you think of those kind of shots. It always beats the pressure that I feel like OKC caused for so many people.
Yeah.
So we think anything's going to change with Obi Toppin, or is his role pretty much? Have we seen what it is now?
I think we've seen what it is now.
Do you like any of his lines?
Check.
You got 15.5 PR, 3.5 rebounds. I think 11 or not 11, 9.5 points.
I
Yeah,
do
nine
like
and a
his
half.
rebounds. It's
I
hard to
think I like.
argue with 13 rebound chances. Even though that may go down a little bit, I mean, I still see 9 or 10 rebound chances next game.
Went down to minus 125 on ESPN. I'm gonna snag that.
Let's see.
What's threes?
That's what I was checking next.
Plus 150.
150.
Oh, brother.
I like that value.
I like that as well. That's nice. Hey, bro, like we were talking about his 9.5 points and 8 of his 9 attempts were threes, and we're not supposed to play 2 threes.
Yeah.
Not buying it. Last one I want to talk about with you is Nemhard. Because obviously we bet him. We were backing him pretty heavily during the stream. He was very quiet until the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't using him on the ball nearly as much as I expected until the end. So again, that begs the question. Is that a change that we can expect to carry over? Or were we wrong and then got bailed out by a late game adjustment? None of these are on ball looks that have me
Yeah.
really.
It's hard to say with all the turnovers in the first half, too.
The turnovers make me a little bit more confident that they go to him more in this one because
That's
it's
what I'm
like
thinking.
I understand Neesmith had what was it 5 turnovers in the first half or something like that. And I understand it kills offenses. Aaron Neesmith should never be in a position to make 5 turnovers to begin with. Like
Yeah.
knowing his role. But then I express this concern, and then we see shots like this from Nemhard that don't go in. I look at it. I'm expecting this to go in 99% of the time.
Yeah.
And you'll probably see 3 more of these in this clip. Like that was much harder than the one we just saw him miss.
Yeah.
That's a tough bucket that he just made. That's brutal. And he had what was it, 12 potential assists?
Let me check. Yeah, 12.
I might run back as PA, honestly. Like that's another miss where you're like, dude, that didn't go in. Are you serious? But then he does this, and you're like, okay, you're forgiven. God, I could watch that. I've watched that maybe 10 times more than the Halliburton shot. That's such a ridiculous bucket. Austin said J Dub threes. What do you think about J Dub threes?
Um, I didn't look too much into his stats for threes. Let me see.
I think if they watch the
Or
film, they talk about that next defender that I talked about earlier. J-Dub's going to be the one to benefit off of it, specifically for his threes. The concern is just if Shay's like, fuck it, I'm going to the basket.
yeah,
It's stats that don't show on the sheet. There you go, Austin. Who was I? I was about to bring somebody else up. Oh, I'm blanking. Yeah, Nemhard had 11 field goal attempts and 12 potential assists. I mean, the stat that I was referring to in my write-up for game one was 10 plus field goal attempts. I got to sneeze, but it's not coming. There it is.
bless you.
Thank you. Oh, I can't remember who I was going to talk about. There's somebody I was going to talk about next. I can't remember what I was going to say.
You know, team.
I thought it was the Pacers. Something about the Nemhard film made me think of it. And now I'm blank. Last question. Earn more minutes after his dominance last game. I don't think so because there's too many issues defensively, and
If he's
I
just
also
gonna sit in the restricted area while Obi Toppin just checks up threes, I mean, what's the point of keeping him out there?
I
As far
also
as
think
like giving him extended run, I mean, he's gonna
his
get
dominance was really just in
some
the
minutes,
first couple
but
minutes, right?
say that again.
His dominance was just in the first couple minutes. I feel like after he got that like quick seven, when you're like, "Oh my god, he's cooking," then he didn't really do much after that.
Yeah, you see.
Like there were legitimate periods where he was in the game that I was like, "Oh, they haven't put uh Hardenstein back in. Like I haven't seen him for a bit, and he's actively on the court when I'm realizing that because he wasn't doing that much." Like if we go, let's do this range after the first, so second quarter to the end. Hardenstein, 7 rebounds, 2 points, and 0 assists in the last 12 minutes. So the rebounds are there, but I mean, we knew that the Pacers weren't a
That's
good
really
rebound.
all he's gonna offer you
And if he's doing the
in
thing
this
where he
series,
stands
at
on
least.
the shooter, they're always going to be uncontested rebounds. It's like the thing when if you're defending Brook Lopez and you're not going to go and contest him, then you have free rebounds if anybody misses because nobody's going to. There's no center you have to box out.
Yeah, Pacers are always gonna get back on transition. So
Like that's a lucky rebound. I'm not calling that dominance. Again, just completely leaves Thomas Bryant alone. Isn't even thinking about him.
like, there's a reason he's getting boards here in this series. Just nobody's there. He's the only one that's gonna be roaming the paint.
I do like Chet rebounds. I keep saying it, but I want to see something else with Chet too. How many minutes did he get second half? Whoa, I don't know what that is.
Flashbang.
So Chet in the second half played 11 minutes, had 3 rebounds. And 11 rebound chances. I think he had 3 rebounds in the first half as well, but that first half is when Indiana just wasn't taking any shots. Who got all the rebounds second half for OKC? Caruso got 4, Chet 3, Hartenstein 5. Yeah, Chet's gonna have to grab some boards today. I think I'm gonna back him for it. What's the line at for Chet boards? If he's gonna be running as the main 5,
8.5.
9.5 RAs minus 130. You could run that too. Let's check the on and off splits real quick.
He only had 18 passes. I guess that's usual. Well, no, it's a little bit less than what he's been doing.
And let's check last 60 days. 10.4 rebounds per 36 minutes without Chet. I guess considering he only got 23 minutes, it's probably not high enough. I checked since the All-Star break. Looking at 10.8. So that's just, do you think Chet gets 30 minutes? I think that's what it'll come down to, probably.
Yeah. I would think so.
Doesn't sound very confident.
I mean, I didn't expect him to go no bigs at all in the last 3 minutes of the game, so it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone expected that.
I just remember what I was going to look at. I want to check Nemhard's usage in the second half. 18.2% usage, 18.9% of field goal attempts, 45.5% assist percentage.
I guess I'll say this. Did the Pacers go small first and then OKC subbed, or was it the other way around?
Let's check. Are you talking about at the end of the game?
Yeah,
So Miles Turner came off at 307. Chet came off at 323. So OKC went small first.
interesting.
God, just watching this go from 15 to 0, just on this low graph is hilarious. Um, if he plays 22 plus minutes, he goes over. That's the if, though. Yeah, I think it's the same thing as Chet. If we think Chet gets 30 minutes, he's going over. We have no clue. That's the beauty of the finals. um, Let me check to make sure there's no YouTube comments. Uh, Timmy's asking if we're nuking it NBA or WNBA today, JJ.
We nuking it? Not necessarily. I mean, I already posted the article for Aces and Valkyrie since that's an early game. Should be just under 3 hours now, and then figure out what I want to do with the last two games later on. I mean, I think there's gonna be some decent looks out there, especially like the Storm game. They already played twice, so this will be the third matchup today. I think we definitely find some trends there to attack.
So apparently, Nemhard's usage percentage and field goal attempt percentage was actually higher in the first half than the second half, which I got to say, watching the game, it did not feel like that at all. Maybe fourth quarter. 27, yeah. So his usage in the fourth quarter is definitely much better, but his assist percentage was still 25% plus in both halves. If I want to look at minutes with Hallie on the court, I guess I can't do it on this link. Hold on. Indiana. Dude, what is going on? Oh, I had it on regular season. That'll do it. Thoughts on Halliburton RA? I think with the small ball, he's naturally going to be crashing the glass a little bit more. As far as the assists, I don't think I have a strong read on his assists for the over or the under.
I don't either.
I think there's going to be a lot of chess being played with guys on the court in this next game. Yeah, with Halliburton on the court, and Emhart's assist percentage was down to 20.2. Or oh wait, this is. Hold on. Let me zoom in as well. The game was on the 5th, right?
Yeah.
Why isn't this working? No, doesn't want to work. All right. Never mind then. We can't check. All right. What else is there left to talk about that we haven't talked about yet?
Um, I think those are the main things.
I think that was all I got. I assume we don't have the referee assignments for tomorrow yet.
Probably not. Let me check. Nothing yet.
Damn. Well, I said what I said about Shea going for 12 free throw attempts, so I'm happy backing him. Let's see what the free throw lines are. Shea is sitting at 7.5 free throws. That's not bad. Hard signs at 0.5. We wanted to take that under, knowing that his minutes are being cut. What else could we potentially like? Yeah, I'm fine playing Shea free throws. That's probably it though.
Probably.
All right, time for the parlay, which for those, I would say for those that missed, but obviously we weren't able to do the stream. But me and JJ did cook this up. And look at that. We do know how to hit a parlay in the NBA playoffs. Finally did it. Plus 802 with the boost. But who gives a fuck? Because that's over. Now we got to do it again. JJ, where's our mind at?
I think we have to look towards Obi Toppin.
I agree. The question is for what?
It's either rebounds or threes, right? So
I think let's do one like normal. Like that was plus 600 without the boost. Let's do one that we target with that. And let's do another like plus 2,000, plus 3,000 lotto. We'll do the plus 150 in that.
yep.
So Obi top and rebounds, minus 132 on FanDuel. What else do we like from there?
I
No, what we
think we
talked.
got to continue attack Nemhard scoring, right?
Oh, I thought
He's
you were gonna
getting
say
double
Nemhard
digits.
assists.
Huh?
I thought you were gonna say Nemhard assists.
I mean,
This is
we
for
can
best of
honestly do
tomorrow.
both. We could take PA.
Let's do it. Yeah, I think I'm good with that
Double
because I was.
digit field goal attempts for PA at 16 and a half. He's over in 28 or 31.
Because I'm kind of on the fence about playing it straight. So I think if we put him in this parlay, I think I'll be chilling. I won't
Yeah.
need him. All right. What else did we like? I kind of just want to rock Schaefer with another 30 ball.
Yeah.
I feel like we can keep consistent. Oh wow, that does not do much for the odds. What the hell is his normal line?
34, it looks like.
Oh my god. I don't know if we can play that.
No.
That's so high. Jalen Williams has to go for 20 here, though, right? He's got to show up. What has he done after losses? They didn't lose versus Memphis. They lost game one versus Denver, and then he got 17, so that's not great. Never mind, we're not playing Jalen Williams.
Yeah, I
I'd be
think we're
fine
gonna
playing.
get Dallas series, J Dub this series, it looks like.
It's looking like it. Do we want to plant our flag on Chet 8 rebounds, or is that too risky?
It's a good question.
Because I can tell you for the one that we hit last time, I can walk through the rationale of each one of them. So we had the Nemhard assists and Turner points, with Nemhard taking more value from Halley and feeding Turner and potential switches. Aaron Neesmith, 2 threes off of players collapsing and passing out. That's where the Siakam assist and the RA portion came. And Siakam rebounds coming in just from the high pace potential of guys of the big men getting played off the court. And then Shea 30 points because they were going to play him straight up. So knowing we talked about Hardenstein being off the court, Chet getting more minutes. Chet's got a 40% defensive rebound percentage. God damn. Is that the whole game or first half? Yeah, that's the whole game. Wait, that's ridiculously high. A 40% rebound percentage?
Yeah.
It's really just the minutes.
That's all it depends on.
Let me do this. Chet without Hardenstein. Log the season. Because if they're not going to overlap minutes, he's basically playing without Hardenstein. There's a couple games like 5 minutes, so let me do at least. You finished with what, 6 last game?
Yeah, 6 with 11 rebound chances.
So in 9 games, at least 22 minutes without Hartenstein. He has 9 plus and 6 of 9. The misses were Philly, Houston, and San Antonio, where he played 23, 29, and 28 minutes. If he's not the low man, I think we'd be forcing it.
Yeah.
What are the rebound
OKC's
chances?
always tough to bet on.
I know. Shea had 10 rebound chances. Expected that to be a little higher, honestly. J-Dub only 8. Lou Dort, 10 rebound chances, 6 of them offensive.
Interesting.
I say we need 2 more legs in this. What's Neesmith threes? Is this still playable? Minus 188? Not really. Three threes. Nobody's up for 3 threes.
Miles Turner had 15 rebound chances.
He did? He did. 6 of them offensive, though.
How many offensive rebounds did he actually pull in?
Of the 15 rebound chances, he brought in 9 of them. 5 of them offensive. So he brought in 5 of 6 offensive rebound chances.
Interesting.
That's a bit high. We could also go Shea 6 assists. Would you want to go Shea 30 and 6?
Could try that. See what it comes out to.
We're at plus 460. They don't even give us a boost for this game yet, really. All right, I say one more leg. Obi, Nemhard, Shea, 30 and 6.
Honestly, I don't know.
We could just plop in Nemhard threes again, make it plus 760.
Yeah.
All right, let me see what books are actually offering a what's it called? A boost for this finals game because right now I'm not seeing any on FanDuel. DK is offering one for what's the boost? Just says profit boost. It doesn't say the amount, at least on Picket. And they're offering a no sweat bet.
Alex said 20%.
20%. All right. Let's go put this into DraftKings and see if they give better odds then. Because DraftKings SGP odds is terrible. And then for the lotto, let's do this quick because I gotta head out here in a second.
Yep.
OB3s. What else?
OB3s. Let's see. Do you think Indy's gonna help like they did in the last couple of minutes here and there?
If it worked, yeah.
Dort threes.
Door threes. Then we can do. I say Shea and Nemhard assists.
Yep.
All right, I locked it in. I gotta go. Take care, everybody. I will get these posted to Twitter and the VIP tonight. Appreciate seeing you, JJ. Take care, everybody.